The purpose of this podcast is to educate and inform. It is no substitute for professional care by your doctor or your qualified healthcare professional. Never disregard or delay professional medical advice because of something you've heard on this podcast or in any linked material. Guests who speak on this podcast express their own opinions, experience, and conclusions. Dr. Shirley neither endorses nor opposes any particular opinion discussed on this podcast. The views expressed on this podcast have no relation to those of any academic, hospital, practice, institution, or other entity with which Dr. Shirley may be affiliated.
Welcome to Forever Fab, the podcast on fashion, the art of living, and all things beauty. This podcast is curated by Dr. Shirley Madhere, MD, as the definitive source of holistic wellness through beauty.
Welcome to Forever Fab, the podcast dedicated to fashion, the art of living well, and all things beauty. I'm your host, Dr. Shirley Madhere, the founder of Holistic Plastic Surgery Philosophy and your purveyor of this definitive source of living a beautiful life. And I hope for you that it's a great journey. This week's episode is dedicated to healing and recovery, things that we definitely are all in need of. And we have the perfect guest to help take us through that journey. The name of the episode or the topic is called Letting Go, Aesthetic Techniques for Healing and Recovery. And this is my interview with Ms. Laure Seguin. We remain in exceptional and precautionary times. We must remain dedicated and vigilant. And we must also begin to recover and heal. This week's topic will explore a technique that is rooted in wellness and recovery. And it's called manual lymphatic drainage or manual lymphatic massage. And Laure will tell us much more about that in the upcoming time. So my guest and my expert is Ms. Laure Seguin. And Laure is a New York State licensed esthetician who developed her own recipe for beauty and wellness, incorporating various techniques into a whole body approach. And you all know I love a whole body approach. And this whole body approach was her way to address beauty and well-being. She combines manual lymphatic drainage, foot reflexology, manual body lifting, and facial treatments to help bring about radiance that emanates from the inside and radiates on the outside. She joins us today via StreamYard to discuss and enlighten us and give us a few French secrets. Laure, welcome and thank you for joining me.
Thank you so much, Dr. Shirley. I am very happy to be with you today.
Wonderful. So shall we get started?
Yes.
Okay. Tell me about your history. How is it that you helped to create your present state of grace? And meaning, where did you come from? Because I detect a little bit of an accent, or maybe you detect mine. Where did you come from? How did you end up in this beautiful place where you are?
I am French, as my
Yes.
accent can tell you. And sorry for the accent.
No, please don't apologize. It's music to my ears.
Okay, thank you. I am French, and I learned lymphatic drainage in France with the last student of Dr. Vauder.
Wow.
Was a guy who created the method of the lymphatic drainage, aesthetic lymphatic drainage, and medical lymphatic drainage too. I learned the lymphatic drainage because I was working for many years with surgeons in France in surgery rooms, and during 15 years in Paris I was working with plastic surgeons.
Yes.
So we decided to improve the recovery after surgery, to do few sessions before to boost the immune system.
Yes.
And session after the surgery to help to remove and to be rid of the water.
The excess water and the swelling.
Yes, water of sweat. Yes. So I learned in France, And after 15 years in Paris, I decided to come back to USA, where I was a babysitter at the end of the 80s.
Wow.
I always said, if I have to leave France, I want to be in New York again.
Okay. New York was calling you.
Yes. And I left France because it's not easy to work in France for many reasons. And I decided to come in USA, in New York, and New York welcomed me. I was very happy with the New Yorker, and for me, it's like I am home.
Wonderful.
I am better home in New York than I am in Paris.
Uh-oh. Well, it is what it is, right? C'est la vie.
Yeah. So I left France in my late 40s. And I am here since almost 16 years now.
That is unbelievable that you took such a big risk in your 40s to start something brand new and to leave your home country.
Yeah, it was brand new because in USA, in US at this time, nobody was talking about lymphatic drainage. And even some doctors thought you have to put a drain in the body and vacuum all the water.
Yeah.
So it was a little bit funny to explain to them, no, it's something very soft, very light, and without bruises.
And it works.
And it works. Yeah, yeah. So it's why I was doing that, learning that in France, and I was very, very happy to be able to learn through the last student of Dr. Madhere.
Yes, that is a wonderful thing. And I am very happy that you brought your techniques to the United States, because manual lymphatic drainage is something that I firmly believe in. And I had always recommended to my patients before and after surgery. So when we met again, upon the discussion of MLD or manual lymphatic drainage, it's true, there were not very many doctors who would prescribe that. So I'm glad that you and I were on the same wavelength.
Yes, we are. And I am too.
So you are in the wellness industry, because manual lymphatic drainage is not just for before surgery or after surgery. It has many other uses. So what attracted you to expand your offering of manual lymphatic drainage to other people, not just surgical patients?
Yes. The best, if you want to boost your immune system, it's lymphatic drainage. The best, if you want to detox, even if you are juicing, cleansing, many ways, the only way to detox the tissue is the lymphatic drainage. So if you do a cleanse, you will remove the toxins of the fluid of the blood, but not from the lymph system, because the lymph system need to be stimulated to remove all the toxin from the tissue. And if you do only the cleanse to clear the fluid,
yes,
you still have a lot of toxins in the tissue, and the detox is not complete.
I am so happy that you made that distinction. I think it's absolutely important. First off, in general, the lymphatic system is part of the circulatory system, and they are a set of vessels that run with the blood vessels. But like, as you mentioned, they're responsible for removing excess fluid and toxins, etc. What was really important about what you said is that even if you do a cleanse or a detox, you do a cleanse, you only eat certain things, or you do an intestinal not be complete because what's left over in the tissues has not necessarily been addressed. And the best way to do that is in combination with manual lymphatic drainage.
Yes.
That is such an important point. I'm definitely going to repeat that in the posts.
Thank you.
So some people believe that beauty and wellness are two different things. I, on the other hand, absolutely believe that they are two things along the same holistic well-being spectrum. Now, you transitioned from medical manual lymphatic drainage into wellness, and now you incorporate facials and body treatments. So why is this holistic approach important for you?
It's important for me because now we need to make a combo of what do you eat?
Yes.
How do you eat? What do you drink? How much do you drink? And when I say drink, it's water, is not alcohol.
Oh, okay.
Even if you can drink a glass of wine when it's a party or to enjoy or to relax. But when I say drink, it's water.
Of course.
The body needs 1.5 liters, what is about 8 cups, no less than 8 cups of water a day.
Yes.
No more than 10 cups of water a day.
Aha. That's interesting.
If you drink less than 8 cups, your body will keep all the liquid you drink, because it needs really these 8 cups to flush the toxins and to keep 0.5 liter, what is about 2 cups, to moisturize all the organs and the skin.
Okay.
If you drink more than 10 cups, you will keep the water on the tissue, because you give too much work to your heart to pump all the liquids you give to it. You will weak your liver and your kidneys, giving them too much work, and you will flush all the nutrients you needed to keep. When I said the moisturizing the skin, we need to do the difference between drinking and putting water on the skin.
Yes.
When you drink, you moisturize the skin by the inside.
Mm-hmm.
But when you put water on your skin, you are drying your skin.
Ah.
It's why after the shower or bath, you need to moisturize with a cream. First, very, very well dry with a towel. And after, put some oil or cream on your body to keep your skin moisturized.
Wonderful. Thank you for that, because I learned something, actually. I'm not one of those doctors that thinks she knows it all. I definitely don't. I'm a lifelong student. So thank you for teaching me that more than 1.5 liters to 2 liters of water, or more than 10 cups, actually may be too much. And you also affirmed that immediately after wetting the skin or the shower, you should dry off and apply an oil or a moisturizer for the body, which I have been doing, thanks to my mother, since I could do it myself, since I was, 2 or 3 or 4.
Yeah.
Very important. So we are sometimes, as Americans, we are sometimes fascinated by all things French. Is there is there a French way of beauty or a special way of doing things with more bon je ne sais quoi, more savoir-faire and maybe better results? And if so, what did you grow up with? What did your mother and grandmother and aunts pass along to you? Any French beauty secrets that we may all benefit from?
Since I am a baby, I wash my body with Savon de Marseille.
Oh, yes, of course.
The real one.
The real one.
Yes.
Okay.
But I did some infidelité.
Okay.
Okay. With a soap I find in France made with the milk of the wife of the donkey. I don't know the name in English. What is you know the donkey, the wife of the donkey, l'ânesse. What is the ânesse? You know.
Yes, I know what you're speaking about. The wife of the donkey. So the female version of the donkey.
The female of the donkey.
Yes.
Special milk.
Okay.
And in France, they are making soap with this the female of the donkey.
Yes.
And it's really, really important. So what I do, it's 1 week I use Marseille soap.
Yes.
And the week after, I use the donkey female.
And this is your face and your body.
Yes, I prefer soap than gel, washing gel, because it's you feel better, and in the same time, when you wash your body with the soap on your hand, you give a massage.
Yes.
So you stimulate your lymph system.
Yes.
Because it's nothing deep. It's something very slow and light.
Yes.
After that, we were used to drink water, no soda.
Yes.
I had a chance to my grandmother was living with us, and she was cooking the meal because they have time. But it's always better to cook, even to steam some vegetables, seasonal fruits. Always try to eat seasonal.
Yes.
And it's always better to cook 15 minutes than to buy something already cooked.
Processed.
Yes, processed. Yeah.
Okay.
So I think for the French people, it's, and I will say the most important.
Mm-hmm.
The most important for a French woman is to take time.
Take time with her beauty routine, or take time with everything?
Take time. Take at least 1 hour for yourself during the day.
Self-care.
Yes. Sorry. Sorry.
No worries. Look, it's not a problem. This can be edited. We can cut parts out. The whole video will not show. No worries. So take your time. Drink as much as you want. Of course, we have to catch up to 10 cups.
Yes. No more than 10 cups. So take your time. At least 15 minutes. 15 minutes a day. You close the door. Maybe you can stay on the in the bathroom with steam. You can put some essential oil on when you run the hot water, and
Yes.
you breathe, and you will have 15 minutes for yourself. Maybe it can be early morning. It can be 15 minutes before going to bed, but try to have 15 minutes for yourself.
At least every day.
At least. Yes.
Okay. Well, I love the topic of self-care. That has been a favorite topic on this podcast. So let's circle back a little bit more, somewhat related to self-care, but you may need someone to help you do it. So let's get back to manual lymphatic drainage, which, as you well know, I routinely prescribe to my patients before and after surgery. But for someone who has never had surgery, or someone who is not familiar with the technique, in simple words, in your words, please describe what manual lymphatic drainage is and what the benefits would be for someone who's not a surgical patient.
So the first time clients are calling me, I have the first question, I ask them if they know about lymphatic drainage. 8 times out of 10, they said, yes, it's painful and I will bruise. And I said, no, it's not lymphatic drainage. It's something else. It's maybe a very good treatment against cellulite or whatever, but the lymphatic drainage is something soft, slow, light. Skin to skin. And the most important, you don't use oils or creams. If you would using oils or creams, you will interfere in the good massage. It won't be a good massage. So they, especially in the US, where is no pain, no gain. For me, it will be no pain, a lot of gain, because it's so efficient. People doesn't know about the lymphatic drainage too much. When they do lymphatic drainage, they do, I'm pretty sure if you ask someone doing lymphatic drainage, they won't understand how it works, because the lymphatic system is running really, really, really under the skin.
Superficial.
Mm-hmm. So if you press too much, you cut the circulation. So you are doing the opposite of what you want.
Yeah.
So why is something very, very, very soft, light, and slow to respect the speed of the flow on your body. So if they don't like soft massage, I will tell them the lymphatic drainage is not for you.
Right.
So I don't want you in the middle of the session, you say to me, please go deeper.
Because that is not what manual lymphatic drainage is.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
So I explained to them the lymphatic drainage. It's a treatment. You cannot do one every 2 months because it won't work. If you want result, you need to have at least twice a week for 10 weeks. And after you have maybe once every 2 weeks, one every 3 weeks. But in summer, especially if you have heavy legs, you need to have at least once a week.
Okay, as maintenance.
As a maintenance.
Okay.
And the treatment of 20 sessions, the Dr. Voder said twice a year, fall, spring. For the fall, you prepare your immune system to fight viruses in winter, and spring to detox all the bad stuff you had during the holidays in your
Oh,
body.
those wonderful holidays on the
Yes.
beaches of Saint-Tropez.
Yes. But
Now
sometimes
yes.
spring arriving, we need to have a little bit detox.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Yeah.
Now you mentioned Dr. Vodder, Vodder. Now, why did you choose to study in his technique?
Because the Dr. Vodder was a doctor who because we knew the lymphatic system since the 19th century.
Yeah.
But Dr. Vodder was treating a young guy. It was in the beginning of the 30s. And this guy had a lot of acne on the face and on the back and shoulder, and very, very bad sinus problem.
Mm-hmm.
And at this time, it wasn't too much treatment for that. And he decided one day to massage the patient. And he cannot explain why. He starts with the belly, and then he went up. And after 3 months, the acne on the forehead was less, but the patient had more on the cheeks. And everything was going down. He had rashes more and more on the downside of the body.
Yes.
Until one day, he didn't have anything. And
it was all gone.
All gone. But
amazing.
It was after a year or a year and a half.
Amazing.
But what was really, really helping the guy before was for the sinus problem. And he was treating him since many, many years for the sinus problem. And it was a lymphatic drainage who helped him to be ill from that.
To help him heal.
Well, and it was the beginning also of the X-ray. So he decided to try to show the way of the lymphatic system. And he found out we had all the vessels under the skin.
Mm-hmm.
We had a lot of lymph nodes around the intestine.
Mm-hmm.
So it's why we need to go deeper on the belly to remove the lymph and help the lymph nodes to work again. The neck, chin, back neck, groin, underarm.
Armpits, yes.
Yes, and behind the knee, and a little bit on the return of the lymph system around the ankle.
Yes.
So instinctively, he was describing a method was the right way to help the lymphatic system to be better working on the immune system, to boost it.
And that is another topic that is very interesting and very relevant, especially these days.
Yeah, especially these days, boosting your immune system, it's really, really helping to fight the disease.
Yeah, very true. Now, in addition to supporting the immune system and helping to stimulate the immune system, what are some of the other problems or complaints that your clients want you to help them with? Do they come in and say, oh my gosh, I need to get rid of my cellulite? What are some of the things that they want you to help them with?
Yes, so for the cellulite, I will explain to them. The cellulite, first of all, it's genetic. It's a really women problem.
Ah. Well,
we have all the women have cellulite. Less or more or less, but we have cellulite. Men have cellulite only when they are obese.
okay.
And you know you are a doctor, so you know the cellulite is a part of how can I explain that? The life.
Lifestyle choices.
Because when women are pregnant, and if it's nothing to eat, the only way the baby will be fed is because of the cellulite. The system of the pregnancy will go to the cellulite to give all the nutrients the baby needs. After, we can have more or less. And to treat the cellulite, first of what I'm doing, it's at least 10 times of lymphatic drainage to soft the tissue. And after that, we can start the reshaping.
So it's a process.
Yes, the reshaping, it's what we call in French palpé roulé.
Yes.
And it will be helping a lot to have the lymphatic drainage before.
Yes, before the rolling.
Yeah, to start the rolling. Like that, you are not bruising and it's painless.
That's right.
And the palpé roulé will still longer. And because you remove the water before.
That's right. It'll have longer lasting effects.
Yes, longer lasting effects, yes.
Okay. Well, I know you offer your clients so many other techniques, and I very much look forward to speaking with you about another technique that you offer them.
You've just listened to part 1 of Forever Fab podcast. Please stay tuned for part 2, coming up next.